How you doing, people? Robert here. Sorry about delay on videos. As you know, I'm still grieving for my father. Anyway, today I'm here with concerns about the mentality of people's thinking. Now, I've been hearing recently a lot about people being threatened with the sack and people being sacked for not accepting the jab. Now, people, I don't know what's wrong with you. You seem to be just thrown in the towel and accepting this nonsense, right? So I want to verify something in private capacity here for you people out there to see if we can change your way of thinking. Don't throw in the towel and don't accept the nonsense that these people are telling you. You're going to be sacked or you're going to be coerced and threatened to take a toxic poison into your body that's not properly tested. Now, the problem we have here is people don't know they have inalienable and inherent right, and they also don't realise that their body is their property because it belongs to you. It's excluded from all others in a legal system, legal society, and anything that has to be done or attempted on your property, your body, requires informed consent. And that includes people saying that or try to coerce you into taking a jab. Now, what people have to realise is all is not lost with this nonsense, right? And we the people that don't consent to take this so-called jab have that right. We don't have to give consent. We don't have to accept it. Now, everybody that works in the legal system, legal society, is classed as a person. And I keep bringing this word up because it's the most dangerous word that you can have in your life. It's the most dangerous word that affects your life because your status changes to their rules, regulations and policies. And when you fill in their agreements or contracts, you're filling it in as a person, right? And you're diminishing your capacity from a man or a woman to a fiction that doesn't exist. And then you're surety and liable for whatever they want to throw at you. People have to realise that they're men and women, no persons. Now, this nonsense can be challenged. People threatening people to sack them. Firstly, there's two serious questions that requires to be asked. The people that's trying to enforce this jab, you ask them or require them to document and verify the law where you, the man or woman, has to accept that. Secondly, you ask the man or woman that is threatening these threats, coercion, intimidation, are they prepared to accept in their private capacity under full personal liability? If anything, if you were to give informed consent to accept this, would they accept personal liability? And that's not going to happen, right? Now, the argument here is these people are listening to so-called experts, persons, on medical advice. It's advice, right? That's all it is, advice. These people that try to coerce, use men and women in the hospitals, the doctors, the nurses and everybody else that they're saying if you don't take the jab you're losing your job, are committing a crime, a ton of harm. They can't do that, people. As I said, there is no law that requires any man or woman to accept any jab, and that's a fact. And it's up to the man or woman to start being diligent and use their head and fight back. We the people, including myself, have rights, right? People that accept the jabs, that's their choice, that's their consent. If we don't want to accept the jab, that's our choice, that's us removing consent, that's down to us. No man or woman in the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales or worldwide has any power or right to tell a man or woman what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. The only way that can happen is by right, and these men and women don't have that right. They have duties, obligations, responsibilities to a legal system, legal society, and that's it. They cannot tell a man or woman what to do if they know who they are, and you stand up, be counted and don't move for that square. Come on, people, let's get it together and let's get it sorted, because it's only going to get worse. The problem is people are scared. People, that's what the problem is. You've heard of the X factor. Right now we've got the fear factor, right? And that fear factor has to stop. And the only way that can stop is if the people come together that has woke up, that don't accept the jab and don't accept their Mickey Mouse rules, regulations and policies, and stand up and be counted. Now, these people in the Scottish Parliament, they don't have that power either. Sturgeon Sweeney and Humza Useless and Patrick Mackay or Patrick Harvey don't have any of that power either, right? They don't have any power or authority over man or woman. It's a presumption, an assumption, right? Because they used a fraudulent legal system, a voting system, to get everything converted, diminish your capacity to a person. Now, I'm going to keep getting this in because these people need to, or required to research and listen to what I'm telling you. I'm verifying it. And I've called Sturgeon out in that George Square, Freedom Square, on numerous occasions and put it out there. And she knows I'm looking for her, right? Because she's a paid liar the same as the rest of them. And there's a big distraction going on here with this climate change bullshit. Because in Scotland, we don't have a climate change problem. The weather's the same, only a wee bit more severe sometimes each year, or less severe. We don't get snow, sometimes we do. They're feeding propaganda with the media, and it needs to stop. You need to pay attention and start focusing on the real issues to the people, the sons and daughters. The sons and daughters has been raped, murdered, manipulated and trafficked in Scotland at the four corners, right? We have to focus on the real problem, and that's a fact. And we have got problems, and only, again, people, we can sort this out, right? Now, I'm going to put this out here just now, and we'll see if we can get people on board. Now, we've got a system that's broken with criminals, councils, courts, police, Crown Office, Muppets, right? Putting false charges, victimless crimes against the people of Scotland, right? That needs to stop. So what I'm going to put on this video here is that we, the people, for the people of Anti-Corruption Scotland, we are change. Come next year, we are going to start a People's Party. And we're going to attack this system. But we need the people now to come and join us. Now, for the people that's watched me for just under 11 years, come Christmas it's 11 years, the people know my credentials when it comes to fighting against the system. They know my credentials when they see I've been arrested, my door's been kicked in, I've been taken to fraudulent courts, Mickey Mouse courts, kangaroo courts, right? They know I attack the system. They know I hate the system. And the biggest part of the system I hate is social services and children's panels. And these courts, administrative hearings are complicit in a fraud against the people, stealing sons and daughters. And if the people don't wake up and stand up, be counted and do something about it, problems are going to arise even more. And that needs to stop now. So again, myself, Expose Scotland, Anti-Corruption Scotland, People for the People, Anti-Corruption Scotland, we are change. And Anti-Corruption Save Our Children are going to start the next year, start moving forward for a people party. We want to give the people their power back. Help us remove the corruption. And we will remove the corruption. Now, the local elections is in May 2022, so we've got plenty of time to prepare and take this system down. We can get people for all different communities. It's there for the right reasons, to come forward, stand up, be counted, and let's get the people to vote for them and remove the trash in the Parliament. Take back the Scottish Government position and put a people government in. People that work for the people and no work for themselves and filling their pockets and scamming the people. How much do you think this is costing over there in the SSEC with this global change nonsense? And that's what it is, it's a nonsense. Bear in mind that these people have the facilities to manipulate the weather. They have the facility to cause floods, hurricanes, whatever they want to do. They can do that, people. It's not the weather changing, it's them that's changing it. And it's not the people that's causing the climate change, it's all the corporations for greed, capitalism and money, right? That's what's happening here. And that's a fact. Again, we the people can make change. Next year, we are going to try and get the people to come on board with us and make that change, because we have to take back our communities. We have to protect the pensioners, have to protect the vulnerable, have to get back the services that the people deserve and stop all this tyranny. We're not getting treatment for doctors, getting appointments for doctors, not being allowed to get into hospitals. It's all lies, people. You're being fed propaganda, right? It's diabolical that the people don't see the real big picture here. And you need to wake up and see that picture to understand what's going on. Don't be manipulated with the media, the TV, the radio, or your politicians, with their politics and their lies and their deception and their fraud. Let's get this sorted once and for all, people, because it has to be done. Anyway, people, use people that are refusing a job and getting told that you're going to lose your job, you have to come together, contact myself, and we'll attack this system, right? These people are making a claim. If they think that they can tell you, the man or woman, no you, yourself, the man or woman, they're making a claim that you're their property. And under person status, you are their property. Because you've given them jurisdiction with all the legal fake paperwork they give every part of that system, right? Now, you have to challenge the CEO, the man or woman acting in capacity, sometimes as a CEO, Chief Executive Officer, but you have to address him or her direct. You have to forget all the numpties at the bottom of the table and go right to the top of the ladder. Ask them, are they making a claim that they have the right to coerce or threaten the man or woman, you, the man or woman, with vaccinations that's not been properly tested, right? Now, somebody sent me a post the other day. A well-recognised vet is now telling you dogs and cats can catch COVID. Really? That sounds a bit rough. I think that vet is barking mad, alright? A bit of humour, people. Which is not my best point at this time. We have to challenge and fight back. Sitting there accepting this nonsense and doing nothing is a crime itself, against yourself. Right? What I want to ask, are you going to hook up with Anti-Corruption Scotland? Because Anti-Corruption Scotland will fight. It'll tell you how to address the matter, who to address, right? Because we can't allow this anymore. We need to hold Sturgeon, Sweeney, Johnston, Hancock, Husser, Useless, and Patrick Harvey account, and every other man or woman acting in capacity, sometimes acting in capacity as a politician, because they're not always a politician. Remember that. They're hiding behind a mask. They're deceiving the people. They're using fictitious offices. They're using fictitious names. And that's why they escape liability. Because the people don't listen to myself when I explain this. And they don't want to have the trouble of doing research to educate themselves to protect their rights. Because you have rights. You don't have duties and obligations and responsibilities to a legal system, a legal society. Every part of this legal system, the Scottish Government, Scottish Parliament, every politician, including the rat scum-faced trash bag Sturgeon, is a private corporation. Ian Livingston, Tilly Allen, headquarters, private corporation. The whole of Police Scotland, private corporation. You need to, or again, no need to, require to pay attention to what you're being told. Everything I'm telling you in this video, I'm verifying private capacity under full personal liability because it's the truth. And I'm in the light, no the dark. They're the dark, they're the evil. We're the light, we're the bright. We're the one with positivity, not the negativity. Please, people, pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm going to come back with a vengeance because as people know I lost my father about a month ago. And it took me a wee while to kind of get my head together, and it took me a wee while to prepare to do this video. But I'm prepared to stand with the people. All I need is the numbers. Give me the numbers and I'll show you how much power these people don't have. Because we can take that power away with immediate effect and without delay. Okay? Anyway, people, relating to Freedom Square tomorrow, George Square, Saturday, the 13th. I will be up there tomorrow. I'm back on the street to awaken the people and try to get the numbers up. Let's get the nonsense and the argument and the slagging and all the rest of it put aside, and let's do what we've got to do. Forget all that. We're not there for that. I'm not there to get involved in arguments or slander or anything else. I'm there to protect the sons and daughters of Scotland, the same as Expose Scotland, Anti-Corruption Scotland, and Anti-Corruption Save Our Children. We're there to protect the sons and daughters. We're there to waken the people up and get the numbers up and help us protect the pensioners, the elderly, the sick, the homeless, and everything else. And the food banks needs to stop as well, right? We need to stop that. This is a rich nation, right? They're spending millions of pounds on a load of bullshit over there, and that's a fact. And we have to take it back. I'm hearing they've got a massive supplies of Casey's Iron Brew over there and Turner's Tea Cakes. They're getting all the staff. They're getting all brand new waterproof jacket, bombs. Right? Think of the money that's costing you people. There's people out here dying right now because they can't get medical treatment. There's people out here dying because they can't get medication to help their problems. and people are not getting cancer treatment either. They're restricting that. Sons and daughters that's unwell are getting restricted as well. That's not what your people's purse pay for. We're the power, we're the authority, and the sooner you people realise that, the sooner we can make change. And I'm prepared to take the fight forward. Give me the numbers, and this is a call out to our groups. Let's stop the tyranny between the groups. Let's stop the niggling. We're all on the same agenda to get an objective to help the people of Scotland and beyond, England, Ireland and Wales and beyond, and educate the people. Let's pull together and stop the nonsense, right? Because if this keeps going the way it's going to go, I'm hearing that Sweeney's talking about more restrictions. Well, this is a message to John Sweeney. You can kiss my fucking ass, because you'll not be telling me what I'm doing. This is a message to Ian Livingstone, and that goes for you as well, because you're just a muppet. And I'm going to expose you shortly, because I've got information on you, and I'm going to tell the people who you really are, and what you did, and what you got away with. And we'll see how smart you are then, you clown. Right? And this is a message to the Lord Advocate. You'll be hearing from a man shortly for the 2 fake trials that you're putting against a man. One of the charges, standing next to more than 2 people in the street, people. The other one is walking in a march with nearly 500 people plus. Why did they not get to jail? Why was it just myself? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a target, because my knowledge is powerful, and they don't like it, and they fear what I know, and they're fearing what I'm exposing. Well, the game's just about to begin. Before my father passed away, they had it rough. Now, I'm on the loose, and the lead is off. They think it's bad then. Just watch this space now. And that's for you social services and children's panels. We're coming for you as well. Because you're stealing sons and daughters that you have no right to steal. You have not got any power or authority. You attach a dead legal fiction. Scotland's people send you a receipt with a birth certificate telling you that they have an entity ID, and it's the all capital name. So there, it's the same as a medical hospital, where you were created at the hospital. The reason they didn't need a registration there is because they're attaching a fictional person, the man or woman, the boy or girl, and they're committing fraud, right? The register's going to be hearing from me shortly as well. Now, the 2 signatories on the first document known as birth certificate or extract certificate is null and void, because I cannot be held surety and liable, and you're going to be held surety and liable for committing a fraud against a man for over 50 years, right? End of story. This is to you people. Pay attention, waiting to fuck up, and watch this space. You take care. I hope to see you at George Square tomorrow. You can see I'm on fire, and I'm on fire because I want to get back out there and really cause damage to this system. I want to break this system where it broke my family in 2014 and destroyed my family. Anyway, people, you take care, be safe, have a good day, and hopefully see you tomorrow. A man on a mission. Bye-bye.